Be me. Moving from city to inner woods. Picking up a U-Haul that I ordered online. It's a vacant location with a drop box and nobody's there. Really shitty side of town. The code to get the key from the drop box is incorrect. On the phone with U-Haul customer support. On hold, sitting in this parking lot in my truck with my wife for 30 minutes, waiting for a U-Haul rep to pick up. Please hold elevator music. Keeping my head on a swivel because it's a really shady area. Suddenly see hooded nigger in the rear view mirror about 20 feet behind the truck. He pulls a kitchen knife out of his jeans pocket and holds it in his hoodie pocket while walking towards my driver's side. Covertly unholster my Glock while putting the truck in reverse to drive away. Nigger runs to the driver's side door and snatches the handle while holding the knife out. Doors are already locked and windows are up. Nigger says, "Let me talk to you." Floor it in reverse while turning, knocking nigger into the pavement. He gets up and runs back to the driver's side before I can shift it back into drive. Point Glock at nigger and say, "Back the fuck up." He holds his hands up with the knife still in his hands and says, "Hey bruh, WTF, it's not even like that bruh. Back the fuck up. Now." He steps back. Throw it in drive and leave. U-Haul finally picks up the phone. Tell them to refund my money immediately. Hired 2 redneck white guys with a box truck for half the price to help me move my stuff instead. Fuck U-Haul and fuck niggers. Should have shot the fucker, but I was worried that being in the car with windows up wouldn't have warranted shooting in the eyes of the Jew court system. Be me. Sad Russian conscript Maxim Omplets. Be put in press corps after 5th incident of surprise unloading of the rifle. Have never beheld beauty of technology before on family ranchstead in northern of Urals. The Ukraina is of beauty and futurism, as if aliens had graced them. Even have strange portal machine that devours my turds. Truly of wonders and beauties. Anyway. Have almost mastered Kinakamera. Is a lot like rifle, but people cheer when surprise unloading of the Kinakamera instead of scream. Second officer of vice press coordination calls to me. Has favor of Kinakamera to demand of me that is not part of special service in defense of motherland from Ukraina. Ask him for obligatory 500 ruble bribe which he pays gladly. He asks me to follow him and take photos of him while he holds sign with bizarre runes on it. Sign is not even wooden. Truly the Ukraina is of beauty and futurism. Take kinos of second officer of vice press coordination. He chuckles to himself that the 4th channel will never believing him. I wonder perhaps he is alien master from Ukraina? Tonight I cut open his skull to discover mysteries, just as I did to neighbor Boris Goat that made of strange sounds during sexings. Tonight I become of beauty and futurism. Be me. 19 driving with GF. On way to doctors. Be talking the whole way there about technicals. Tell her about all the types. DSHK variants, M2 Broam variants, etc. Tell her about the history and how badass they are. Talk about that I want one in the future. Be driving along desolate highway. Start to turn left onto another road. Be mid-sentence talking about DSHK machine guns. Look raccoon in the daylight. Red raccoon. Red raccoon in the daylight. Trash panda. Red trash panda. See big fat assery dish furred raccoon just sitting by the highway. Giant squirrel moment. 6-0, 225 pounds man goes from talking about technicals to freaking out about seeing a fat red raccoon on the side of the road. That was a good day anon. Have a nice week anons. Be me young laddie at age 12, 15 or so years ago. Really into airsoft. There's an airsoft store just down the block. Be summer. Sorry we will be closed until fall. We are moving to a larger retail space and having a vacation. Wait for the grand opening. Oh, okay then. Be fall. Website is replaced with a message saying tat they're closed down for good. Be me a little older, done my military service. There's a military shop just a short bus ride away. They sell all sorts of cool and rare shit and some of their in-house production like the reservist camouflage M10. Cool might buy some. They inexplicably shut down and forfeit all their wares to a larger military store. Larger store dumps all the smaller store's own production stuff into a landfill and only sells the more general and rare items at a markup. Such is life in capitalism. I hope you don't get fucked by them like I did. Be me. Walk into recruiter's office March 2020. MSGT recruiter asks me to lose 17 pounds to get to 185 for enlistment. Hit the mark 2 months later. Spend the next month gathering all my paperwork. Super complicated since I've had surgery. My packet looks like a book. Come August, you have to wait for MEPs to activate your packet. It will be a while since your medical history. I went to MEPs the next July. 6 weeks later. URDQ''D. 16 months of bullshit, only to be told to fuck off. BTW, I have a master degree, advanced placement in 3 languages, and have lived abroad. Still not fucking enough for the precious airspace force, but yeah, it's totally fine to let in a 18-year-old that can't make their own beds. Be me. Be playing Mario Kart on the 3DS with my BF on a bench in a park. Just playing, no PDA, literally nothing to suggest we were homos, nothing. About a dozen of 16 to 20-yo thugs approaches, start calling us fags and encircling. This is where fight or flight kicked in. Picked fight, would have likely been flight had I been alone and not scared for my hapless and helpless BF, stood up and unlatched, but they didn't see it yet. They keep taunting. 1. The leader, I guess, pulls a metal pipe Krober thing from his nigger-ass oversized jeans. 1 pulls a pocket knife, 1 a paper cutter, pretty sure others pulled more stuff but didn't notice. This is where I draw, some of them freeze but not all. The letter laughs and taunts saying he isn't afraid of a toy. Context. Not American, and very few criminals seem aware that people can be armed regardless of that. Same reason why many of them threaten people with airsoft or toy guns, only to get shot by scared people with actual guns. Off. Outrage by leftist retards who don't realize you can't tell an airsoft from a real gun in low light, high stress, whatever scenario, and for some reason leftists are big on victim blaming if the victim uses a gun too lawfully. Thankfully, the park being on a hill meant I saw a trash bin with nothing but uphill dirt behind it, and split second decided to shoot it instead of firing perpendicularly in the air, because I thought that despite the boom being much louder than with toy blank guns, they could still be retarded enough to think it was a blank gun, in which case I would have had to fire to neutralize, because those that didn't freeze were advancing. Some ran even before looking at the bin, others immediately after, and did their run fast. Danger was gone. And that's when my legs started shaking, and I realized I had made those split-sec calculations. Fire in a bin with solid ground behind it, not in the air and see, automatically, dunno how to better describe it. Be me. 18. Visiting cousin in Baltimore, Maryland. Can't own handgun and rifles at home because Maryland gay. Bring Colt Navy passed down from my pappy. A gentleman of African descent trying to get into my truck at 3 a.m. Me and cousin still up playing COD. Go outside. Shoot him an ass cheek. Graze his face. EMS was called, he was fine, the ball went in and out of his ass, he got a cool scar on his face. Cops were chill, no charges were pressed on me, an investigation was closed, but they confiscated my Colt because Maryland is gay. I never got it back. Some cop probably has my pappy's Colt in his collection. I hope it chain fires and blows your hand off your. Be me. Get wounded. About to pass out. See someone shuffling over in the hail of bullets. It's some old Prussian with a Pickelhaube. He got a red iron cross on his chest. Drags me off by the leg to some medic tent. Mugles something about Koenigsberg and righteous clay the whole way. Get fixed up, handed some Pervitin and sent back to kill Russians. Such is life in the Ukro Volksturm. Be me. Army soldier. Armor only check star chamber with pinky to see if rifle is clean. Clean star chamber as best I can with patches and tips. Near end I only clean with pinky, don't touch anything else on rifle other than outside for cosmetics. Always first one done, never get rejected. Last field problem, before I get out I stick poop in recoil spring. Get out of army and go home. I wonder who got my poopy rifle lol. In Iraq I kept my rifle spotless BTW and cleaned it after every mission.